You really were a blue coat, weren't you?
I was a blue coat, yeah, at the place you showed, which was next door to Heysham Nuclear Power Station. The thing is, I got sent there because I worked at a really good one in Yarmouth, Great Yarmouth, got sacked, which is another story, and then was sacked and was sent to... We'll move on to that in a minute. But,
sent to this one?
Sent to that one as a sort of punishment. It was like you're going to Morecambe to do 6 months.
Because you have just...
You've just done something which...
What had you done?
Well, something that was considered cheeky in the 70s, but now is illegal.
Oh, what?
It was actually an incident where... It was my first attempt at stand-up comedy. And what happened was I'd always wanted to do stand-up comedy. I didn't have the guts to do it. I got very drunk. I had a go at doing it as a blue coat. My mate said to me, just copy all the other comedians at Pontins and steal their jokes and basically talk to the front row. So you're supposed to say, where are you from? They say Scotland. You say, who paid for your holiday? Where are you from? Wales. You make a noise like a sheep. Rubbish jokes, right? But I said, that's terrible. He said, don't worry, you're just padding. What you're doing is you're looking for comedy gold, which is, where are you from? They say Kent, and you say, what did you call me? Right? Now, at Pontins, this used to take the roof off, right? So I tried it, but I was very drunk. So I go on stage, and I say, where are you from? This bloke says Scotland. I can't remember the joke. I say hello. Then I said where are you from? The guy says Wales. I black out and I go, hi. I panic. And then I say, anyone in from Kent? And this bloke shouts out, me. And I said, well, you're a... So I'm sent to Norton. I know people always end these things with, I swear to God, that's a true story. But that is verbatim how it works.
It's still in your act, isn't it?
It's still in my act, it really.
We had to queue for about 45 minutes.
It's a long time.
In a tunnel, you know. And I'd been dying to go to the lavatory for ages. So I farted and...
No.
Well...
Miriam understates what she did.
Well, I was irritated, you know.
But she goes, we're standing in the queue, and there's, like, nice people here, all with their dolly pins here, and she suddenly goes, pause for fart, and it was the loudest fart I've ever heard.
Well, I fart a lot. I think I'm just like that. But I don't know why, but I think it brings people together. I think it's an encouraging, human thing to do.
We all do it.
Yeah, we all do it, you know.
Because you're... Is it a... What's the thing you're having done? Is it a colon...
I've had it done.
Oh, you've had it done?
No, actually, this is... it's a sort of party political broadcast. It's on behalf of colonoscopies, because it's a wonderful way of checking what you've been eating and the harm it does to you. But...
Is it easy to check it as it goes in? What do you get to see it?
Well, what happens is you lie on your side and the doctor puts a lot of tubing up into your arsehole and then it all sort of comes out and he looks at it all the way up and, you know... And it's really worth having done, so please, please do it.
Have you done it?
No, but you're meant to... A guy's meant to do it by 35-40, apparently.
I don't know why guys should be different. Arseholes are arseholes.
Yeah.
Because I think there may be a theme to this evening's chat. Because you've entertained people on planes. You were doing a film, was it in Morocco you were doing a film and you were travelling back?
Yes, it was Poor Little Rich Girl. And it was a difficult shoot and everybody was a bit depressed and tired, you know, which you can get on films. And I thought if I exposed my breasts, it would cheer people up. In those days, they were curvy. They had some life in them. They're sort of Salvation Army now, you know, raising the fallen, so to speak. And I didn't mean to be offensive at all. I meant to be, you know, caring and loving. And I just took off my bra and streaked down the middle of the plane, right through, first class, right through to economy, you know. And it was wonderful. It was wonderful.
Did you get a round of applause?
Actually, no. There were just shocked faces. But I will do anything to cheer people up.
That's very nice of you.
It's all right. See you after.
Because you've done loads of them. You've done, what, you were in Babe, you were the mother in Babe, the dog mother.
I was in Happy Feet.
Who were you in Happy Feet?
I can't remember. Was I Tamara?
Did you play a penguin?
I don't know. I never saw it, you see. I don't know what it was.
It was all, everyone was a penguin.
Everybody was a penguin.
You didn't do much research for your character.
No, I didn't.
You forgot to sound cold.
Yeah. I wish you'd told me that when I was...
You thought all that flapping was psychological.
Yeah. And I did Flushed Away.
Oh, yes. Who were you in Flushed Away?
I was.
Don't know.
I don't know what I was in that. A piece of shit, I should think.
Talking of that, tell us the story about when you went to Martin Jarvis's house.
It's so embarrassing. I hope this is not going to offend people. Actually, I hope it is. But I know it sounds as if I just talk about nothing but shit, but I was dying to go to the lavatory. And I was invited to a lovely dinner party in Los Angeles, and it was Martin Jarvis, who's a dear friend, and his wife, the hosts, and Richard Harris's son, Jared, was there, whom I've not met before, and was rather keen.
Nice.
And he's lovely, and I was very excited about that. And so, you know, when I arrived, I said to Roz, Martin's wife, Roz, I'm dying to go to the lavatory. Can I go first, you know, and then I'll join the group, so to speak. So I flew into the loo, and I had this enormous shit, you know. And, you know, then I flushed the loo and washed my hands, and it didn't go down. It didn't go down, it wasn't going down. And then I made this terrible mistake. I flushed the loo again. And it not only didn't go down, it sort of bubbled up to meet me, you know. And it was a horrific... I mean, it didn't... What I was afraid of was that it would surge over the bowl. And, you know...
And surf away. Here's him now.
But the thing is, I'm such a coward. I didn't know what to do, so I backed out of the loo, closed the door, and I went in... And instead of saying, you know, how do you do? It's lovely to meet you. I've always wanted to meet you and all that sort of thing, I said, I've blocked the loo with my shit and I don't know what to do. That was my introduction to Gareth.
This is based on your life. I mean, this is things...
Yeah, but, I mean... loosely, Graham.
No, but things like, isn't the washing machine, that happened to you?
What?
The washing, you were very hungover.
Oh. Yeah.
Tell Tony Foster that story.
All their stories are really cool, though, Graham. When I was teaching, which is what this show is based on, I went home one weekend, and I was in my 30s. I was probably 33 years of age. I went home to see my mother, and then I went back, and while I was at home, my mother did my washing for me, because I was only 33. And then I went back, and on the Sunday night, I got really drunk, and then I went for a curry, and then the next day I went into school. I'm going to. I went into school, and it was a school in Slough, and it was quite a rough school, but they had a really brilliant hearing-impaired department, so there were hearing-impaired kids who, you know, struggled. They were really looked after in the school. Anyway, I was really hungover. I went there, and about break time, I felt really uncomfortable. I thought, something's not right, you know? So I went to the toilet, and I pulled my trousers down, and some of my mother's knickers had got mixed up in the wash she'd done, and I was wearing my mother's underwear. And I went, oh, God, no. Oh, I remember going, oh, you loser, this is such a low point, you fucking loser. And then the curry and the booze kicked in from the night before. So I did like a fecal Jackson Pollock. And I started going, oh, God, not this as well. Oh, Jesus. So I cleaned myself up and I pulled my mother's pants back up. And I went back into the classroom and I saw one of the hearing-impaired kids just looking at me like this. And that's when I remembered that I had a microphone directly... Here we go. So maybe man down isn't that far-fetched.
We found a selection of poor and sometimes, frankly, just essentially lazy translations into English on foreign menus.
Oh,
OK,
fantastic.
so imagine we're all in a restaurant together.
Yeah.
And I turned to Stanley, I said, what are you going to get? And Stanley might reply, well, I'm going to get the sausage and the father-in-law. What could that possibly be?
I don't know, but the images it conjures up.
It must be some sort of toad in the hole, mustn't it?
Yes.
It's getting worse.
It must.
Yeah.
This isn't. I mean, really. I mean, I don't think anybody.
Specific relative, isn't it?
Yeah.
Father-in-law, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone wants this German-type sexual harassment. But I don't think you can go wrong with a nice place of hand-shredded ass meat.
Oh, dear.
Oh, everyone's favourite. Do you want some more? Just another handful. What do we have next?
What wine
Now,
goes with that? Stanley, you know. What wine goes with that?
I'm doing a wine pairing menu. Yeah. Oh, this is a special brunch for the weekend. I might have the fresh salad followed by a variety of opinions. I like that. It's lovely. You can almost imagine that on a menu. Yeah.
Under how much it costs, though?
That's like Parliament. That's what they serve in Parliament.
But then sometimes people are just a bit lazy. So this one, there's bigger menu. There's some smoked cow feet, and then there's just cow something. I looked it up. There wasn't there. Just cow something. I don't know. It's just it's beef, innit? Just have it. But that person took a bit of trouble. This next person couldn't be bothered at all. Item number 2 on the menu. Whatever. It's food, innit? It's food. Have it. It's only your dinner. You'll eat again. It's whatever. We move on to dessert now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's all have a bowl of nuts with scum. What's nuts with scum? You can get strawberries with scum as well. And if you really want to push the boat out, why not have some chocolate puke?
Food would be this.
Fucking fantastic.
And finally, is there anyone who doesn't like sweet tight pussy? Now, have you been married 30 years yet?
Not yet. Close.
Very close.
29.
Never gonna make it.
Never gonna make it.
Yeah. Good. Now, in your book, you tell a story of young love. I think you were on your honeymoon in Europe.
Yes.
And you were on you were driving but on a train?
We went to our travel agent to talk about this. We were mid-30s when we got married, and we knew that we wanted to start a family. So this was like it. We wanted this honeymoon to be really spectacular. Spent 5 weeks in Europe, and it was all over. So we started in Switzerland. We were going to rent a car and then go to Italy. And the travel agent says, oh, by the way, instead of driving around the Alps up and over, you take a train. It's a flatbed car. It takes 3 cars, bumper to bumper, on a flatbed car. And then they put, and then you go through the Alps. By the way, he says, wink, wink, there are 3 tunnels. The first tunnel is about 5 minutes. The second tunnel is about 8 to 10 minutes. The third tunnel is 50 minutes long.
Oh.
If you're a honeymooner, and I said, say no more.
I'll
give you the whole thing. So I told my wife, and she exhaled and said, okay. We're on the train. There's a van in front of us with a bunch of Italian families in front. And behind us, I mean, as close as you are, I can see the people behind us. 2 couples, 2 Italian couples. And so we start going, and we go into and it's a massive experience, emotionally and physically. And the wind is whipping through, and it's pitch dark. You cannot see anything.
Wow.
And it's fascinating. And we come out of the tunnel into the station, and I say to Robin, that's one. We go up, we start again, we go through the second. Pitch dark, can't see anything. We come out of it, that's 2. And she's like, oh, God. Start the third tunnel, wait till it's absolutely pitch dark. Here we go. It's a small rental with a stick shift, and I'm like trying to get my trousers off. She's trying to lower her chair, and we can't see anything. You cannot see anything, so it's all by feel. And it's what's that?
Awesome.
And
amazing.
One thing I learned for sure is that never be completely nude when transferring from one seat over the stick shifter. Keep your trousers on and do it afterward.
Then decant.
Well,
See, funny, I would recommend it, but that's... Sorry, to interrupt.
No, hold on. So we are in flagrante, as they say, and I don't know where to put my hands or something, and my wife is just, come on, just, Now, what's happening is that my eyes are adjusting. I can see her profile. She's a beautiful woman. I love her with all my heart. And I can see her, and it's her pretty face, and it's great. And I think the eyes are getting... No, the eyes aren't getting used to total pitch black. What happened is that we were coming to a station, and we came... Boom! Sunlight, everything. Now imagine I'm like this, right, on top of my... And I can see the 2 couples, the Italian couples, in the car behind us with their wine. And and the women are going, stop it, stop it. And my wife says those 3 words to you, who every husband wants to hear. Get off me. So I get off, the Italian family, the grandmother's turning the heads of the children, and I'm struggling to put my trousers back on. And I never found out, we never found out, if this was a gag, if this travel agent did this on purpose, knew all along it wasn't 50 minutes, it was more like 15.
15 minutes, though, man.
15.
You've worked with an actual tiger.
I did, yeah.
But like a real tiger, or like
a real tiger? Yeah, it was very counterintuitive. I'll be honest. Yeah, I made a movie called The Interview that almost started a war. You might have heard of it.
That must have been the oddest time for you.
It was a horrible experience.
Yeah.
Yes. It's bad to be blamed for almost starting a war. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's super weird.
No, because you must be just getting on with your life and kind of, hey, we made a silly comedy. And,
And then the president was talking about it.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah. It was really bizarre. I had personal security, and then one day they just went away. I was like, I guess I'm safe now. Yeah, but there was a tiger.
In your house and everything?
Well, the studio provided the filmmakers with security in case someone from North Korea was going to kill us, I guess. And then literally one day, they were just gone. And we didn't get no. And I called everyone else. I was like, "Is your guy still there?" They're like, "No, my guy's gone." And I was like, "Maybe this is it. This is the attack." But it wasn't. The studio just didn't want to pay for security anymore. And
No one rang you to say.
By the way, yeah, no, it was literally just one morning. I came out, was like, "Hey, oh no, he's not there anymore." Yeah, and I thought maybe a North Korean had taken him out, but no. Instead, Sony just didn't want to pay for him anymore. But yeah, it was a weird experience.
But part of the weirdness was you actually wrote a scene.
Yeah.
You wrote this.
Yes.
With a real tiger.
I wrote, yes. And we thought we'd be able to use visual effects like in Life of Pi and have a computer-generated tiger. And then we realized that we had no money, and so we had to get a real tiger from Toronto. I asked the guy.
Nicer tiger.
I actually asked the guy where the tiger came from, and he said he got it from a stripper, which is crazy.
That's quite the act.
It was quite. That's what I said.
It's
a
hard to
stripper
tip,
had a
though.
tiger. Yeah, exactly. And don't touch her. And the tiger trainer, God bless him, if you were to make a list of things you did not want to hear a tiger trainer say, he systematically ticked every single thing on that list. He would be like, well, we'd be like, is it safe? He'd be like, well, they are killing machines, you know. Okay, that's cool. And he's like, so we're like, is this going to be okay to shoot? He's like, yeah. You don't plan on shooting this at night, do you? And we're like, yeah, it's at night. He's like, well, they hunt at night. So, and we're like, is it more dangerous at night? And he's like, it's around 30 to 40% more dangerous. And we're like, 30 to 40% more than what? Like, what's our baseline tiger level of danger? He's like, as long as it's not in a big open space. And we're like, it is in a big open space. And then we were just like, should we not do this? Like, should we just not do it? And there was, I'm not joking, 15 seconds of silence. And he goes, no, we can do it. And then the trainer's son, who was 18 years old, was the guy who was training it. And because we were like, why is your 18-year-old son doing it? He's like, he has a much better relationship with the tiger. And there was one moment where he got in a fight with his dad while they're holding the tiger. And he's like, shut up, Dad, I'm doing this. And we're just like, there's a fucking tiger here. No one got killed by the tiger.
Hooray! Happy ending. I didn't know who she was playing in the film. It was finished. It was in the cinema.
Yeah, it was a long time after we'd filmed it.
You might have checked before you came on a chat show.
I don't know how honest she is about it. I have no idea. I don't know. She's with a smile.
I don't know why they also, because contractually, no offence, but we were sort of asked to come and
All right, fine, thank you.
But I love you too.
Wow.
She doesn't mean that.
I don't mean that. I didn't. Oh God. You see why?
She doesn't
why
want
do they
to
send
be
me?
here, ladies and
That's not true. I love Graham. But I do wonder why they asked me to do it. I don't help, do I?
I just keep thinking she's never been in one of my films.
Oh, she's good.
I like
her.
Thank you very much. I like you.
So who did you meet at the Golden Globes?
How long you got, man? It's just like, so
Did you meet these guys at the Golden Globes?
No. I met her before these awards, Governors Awards, and she was really cool, and we just spoke about stuff. It was really nice. And then, I met Oprah.
Good story.
It was he was really nice. She was a nice person. It was cool. That's like
nice. I
free act
couldn't believe
structure.
he was English because his accent was so flawless in Get Out, and I was like, oh my God. And anytime I meet anyone who's English, I'm just immediately like, I love London, I miss it. Do you live there?
Oh,
yeah.
So you
I
talk
do.
about London. Yeah.
We talk about London.
We should talk about London. And then, no, I met That's what happened, yeah? I met Denzel. I met Denzel and Oprah at the same time. It was just this segue. It was just this, like, I don't know, like, African-American excellent segue or black I don't know what happened. It's like, Denzel came up to me and was like, oh, he came to me with English accent. He was like, yeah, mate, yeah, cheers, mate, cheers, mate, cheers, mate. And I'm like, well, what's happening? How do you know who I am? And he was like, and then he went to his wife like, he thinks I don't know who he is. And then he goes, come meet Oprah. And then I was like, all right, cool, we're gonna meet Oprah, let's meet O. And then I just, yeah, I hugged her. I hugged her so tightly, man. She felt so good, man. Like, she felt good.
Apparently she smells really... She has an amazing smell.
She smells amazing, Graham. Like, I swear, like... Oprah is just premium.
Can the rest of the couch... You must have all met Oprah. Does she smell amazing?
I've never met Oprah, but when I do, I'm going to hug her for sure.
Smell her.
At the Golden Globes, but she was too far away.
You got to inhale deeply.
Inhale deeply. Sniffing near Oprah.
Now I know why there was suddenly such a nice smell in the room.
No, she was really cool. It was really surreal.
You were starting off in wrestling. You had a persona that, am I right, was sort of half man, half machine. Was that the idea?
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
This was prototype.
It was awful. Yeah, so you want to try to find a persona, or here's some more inside baseball for you, a gimmick. Oh. Where it describes you as a character, so like when you walk out, people notice you, and you can describe your character.
But these are not gimmicks. This is real.
Well, I mean, if they work, yes. But you it's a trial and error process with a lot of errors. And my first try was the prototype, which was half man and half machine, and 100% crap.
But given that you're not half a machine, how did you demonstrate you were a machine?
Well, I used this ability to talk rather monotone and would say things authoritative, and just when I said I would kick your ass at the fairgrounds on Sunday, I would rewind it and say it again for you. I would kick your ass at the fairgrounds.
That didn't work?
No. No, it didn't.
That's a good one.
But
it worked on one. I have one.
Yeah. I'm in. You found huge success as John Cena.
Imagine that. I figure I need to come up with some sort of name.
Yeah, look, doesn't every wrestler has a name?
Yes, and people think that, like, hey, man, how'd you make up the name John Cena? I was like, no, dude, I would have made up, like, Dick Hammerbush or something cool like that.
Not Dick Hammerbush.
Or something, I don't know. That's a start. No, we can move from there.
No one's letting you go out with that, no.
But they actually think that John Cena is a gimmick name. But no, that's actually... Through all the presentation that is WWE, I'm stuck with John Cena.
Are you a wrestling fan, Jamie?
I used to love wrestling when we were much younger, about the same time as Transformers. Back in the day, we had Big Daddy, the Giant Haystack. No, I used to love it. I thought it was just fantastic.
By the way, I'm John Cena. all these awesome names. You know, the ultimate drooler, or like, nothing.
And wrestlers like to have signature moves and things.
Yes.
And one of yours is the "you can't see me." But
that's correct.
Is that true? That came out of your family somehow?
Yeah, I was dared to do it. So I was actually making the music for my own theme song that you just so heard and finally serenaded me to. Thank you very much. And we played it for my brother. And the first time he heard it, this was the 50 Cent's crew had a really popular song called "In the Club." And he heard it the first time, and instead of dancing, like he was our litmus test to see what songs were good and what songs were bad, he did this.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? It's like, no, everybody does this, man. Everybody does this. And I guess this was from 50 Cent's video. And he's like, you won't do it on TV. I said, what the hell do I got to lose? What are you going to fire me? Of course I'll do it on TV. But instead of doing this, I did this. And now, for 15 years, because of a dare, I've been doing this. And I'll do you one better. People actually think I'm invisible. There will be people to look at this couch and be like, why is there nobody next to McConaughey? We said John Cena would be there, but we can't see him. So, you never know.
You remember Hacksaw Jim Duggins and King Kong Bundy and Skandar Akbars and Von Erichs and Carry the Claw. Oh, I got kicked out of Hearst Coliseum.
We're talking Texas wrestling.
I get kicked out of Hearst Coliseum in Shreveport for pelting Skandar Akbar with a bag of tomatoes on the 8th floor.
Skandar Akbar was a man dressed as a sheik that used to throw fire.
Yes. And he managed King Kong Bundy, who was like 484 pounds. And remember the missing link from Parts Unknown? And,
Remember the green face, spit green mist?
They sound really good.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Entertaining.
It was so much fun.
And I'm John Cena.
But he's got
King Kong Bundy, Skandar Akbar.
That's right. It was Air New Zealand.
That's right.
Yes. And they got whisked off. They got whisked off on a little trolley.
That's a hell of a service. All I got was a glass of champagne.
Can we say whisked on BBC One?
I think you can. Because you can't say whisked off.
Oh, that, yeah.
You can say pissed off, though, can't you?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, it's all going
dear,
downhill.
I know.
Yes, yes.
Minutes in. Good night. Now, did you drive yourself here tonight?
No. No, I've got my driving license. No one still won't driving me.
Would you get in the car with them?
If it's a... Well, the last time you did, you come home in a black Mariah, didn't you?
No, it depends. But now my husband is officially allowed to drive. Yes, I would get in a car with him.
I know, yeah. Well done. It only took 61 years.
But, I mean, in terms of teaching you,
No, well, before I was too pissed to drive.
OK, fair enough.
When I would go for my test, and they'd see me and I'd go, no, Mr. Osborne, come back another day. I'm not even getting in the car with you. Walking around the test centre with a bottle of ice cream in my pocket didn't go anywhere.
Did you learn in a manual or an automatic?
I can drive anything when I've had a few drinks.
Is there anything you can use yet? No.
We
should have the blue channel, shouldn't we?
Is there anything that can go on BBC One?
Not yet.
You've just had a promotion.
It's all DVD extras.
I know.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
What's your name?
Thomas.
OK, and where are you from?
I'm from Durham.
Durham. All right, but you live here now?
Yes.
OK, very good. Off you go with your story, Thomas.
So I asked a girl out a couple of weeks ago, and she said yes, which was great because she's quite hot and like I really enjoyed going out with her. But she cancelled on me once, and then we rescheduled for tonight. And she cancelled on me again so she could come here and watch Kylie Minogue. So, as I had no plans tonight, I thought I'd come down and see if she wanted to rearrange for next week.
Well, can I just say, Thomas, you're very keen, because she has given you no indication that she is. Oh, dear. Well, I guess he didn't... Look, the good thing is he didn't make other plans. That's good.
Yeah.
OK, so this is your decision now. This is you sending a message to him. So, Jessica, are we going to flip Thomas, or are we going to let Thomas walk?
This is... Oh, OK.
Please get Kylie to...
Kylie, please, will you lever him off the red chair?
Oh, no! That's the worst ever! Oh, let's just end it. Let's just end it. Let's just end it. Literally dumped. They never even went on a date and he got dumped.
Oh, he's going to be having nightmares the rest of his life.
He's really in shock.
Can you leave him off?
Jessica, what were you thinking? Kevin, obviously, you're like not just a stand-up, you're like a stand-up superstar. You sell out arenas all over the world.
The best of our time. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Of our time.
But what's nice to know is it wasn't always like that.
Oh, no.
What did you perform at? You performed at a seafood festival?
I mean, which shit show you want to know about?
Got tons of them. It was only, I think they wanted, was it crab?
I had a crab fest.
Listen, what is that?
In the beginning of the stand-up comedy, you're not performing in luxury, venues. Wherever they feel that they can build the stage and make money is where you're going. So there was a crab fest. We're gonna book some talent, some comedian talent. I was like, all right, well, you know, I'm available. And, I don't know if you guys have ever tried to tell a joke while people cracking crabs. It's not the best environment at all. I mean, literally, the frustration that comes from not being able to open a crab is serious. And if you're not funny at the same time, the stuff that you hear. I remember hearing a woman, an older lady who was like, she was cracking crabs. Because this is how you crack crabs. She was looking at me and she's like cracking a crab. And I tell a joke and the joke doesn't work. And I remember this lady just going, oh no. And I don't think, I would much rather be booed. The disappointment that came from her voice and then, oh no. She said, baby, it was like, oh no, baby. As if I made a mistake with my choice of life. Like I'm not doing it wrong. I mean, you know, look, the hardship that I went through has helped build me into the person I am today, where I can take so much. But I've been through it all. I was hit in the face with a buffalo wing. I performed at a...
Don't perform around food.
No more. When we go to my shows now, there's no food alive. It was actually a male strip club that they shut down for comedy for the first half. So it was ladies in there, and you know, it was just supposed to be us performing for these women that were riled up. First thing, I got on stage when they introduced me, and this lady was like, "Pull it out." I said, "Hey, that's not me. I'm not here for that. I'm here to entertain. These are jokes." I know who's got kids. I start trying to merge into kid material. And there's one dude from the back. I just remember this dude from the back. He was like, "That's enough." And he just threw a buffalo wing at me. It landed, hit me in the cheek, a little bit of sauce, got like right here. Buffalo sauce is hot, so I assumed that it was a woman with a deep voice, so I was like, who threw it? Who threw it? Because at the end of the day, I'm a man first. Don't disrespect me. He stood up, and he was like, I did it. And I contemplated just taking my clothes off. I was like, that's the only way to get out of this.
I do sometimes. I remember when I was young, and I met Laurence Olivier.
Wow.
That was... I used to collect autographs at the stage door, you know, and he came out, and I remember so distinctly that I started to cream in my knickers. I could feel it. I could actually... I went all funny. That is true. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Wherever we thought that story was going. That isn't it.
I honestly don't think I've ever been more uncomfortable in my life. I think that's the worst moment of my life.
Yeah, but I've heard you talking about there's mysterious hair loss for women.
You mean the balding pudenda?
That's what I mean.
Yes. What? The balding pudenda.
Pudenda?
Yes.
Pudenda. Yeah, got you. What is that?
Well, in one's youth.
Oh, wait, do I want to know what this is?
I don't know. I don't know if you do, but I will just put it this way. There was once a time where... I don't even know if I should tell her.
Tell her. I can't believe you don't know what a pudenda is.
Can you say pubic hair? I can say pubic hair.
Pubic hair?
Yeah.
Yes! You're not a doctor, but we'll still let you. Yeah.
Once where there was an afro.
Right.
That I could put beads on and braid. Wow. Yeah. There is now Paul Schaefer's head.
Okay.
Okay, empty bald. There we go. But there's more to it, but you have to come. You have
Cameron has also been in the papers recently, feeling very strongly that all women should maintain some pubic hair. Cameron feels Cameron feels very strongly about this.
No. It's not exactly that. I don't care.
Maintain?
No. We'll maintain.
In a jar or?
Thank you.
That would
Somebody
be
who gets
retain.
it.
To the
okay.
allotment.
If you have an aspect of husbandry about it,
Right.
Richard,
You
it
mean
would be maintain. Take it out every now and then, comb it.
Yeah.
Place it back in.
In terms of my comfort zone, I'm far away from it. I've left the zone of safety. I'm in the wilderness. I don't know what's happening.
See the forest through the trees.
That is an inappropriate metaphor, given what we're talking about.
Really? Okay, can I just clear something up really quick?
Yes, please do.
If you would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever ask a question like, why are you there? Why are you there? Why are you there? There is a purpose for it. I want to have a direct communication.
Why are you there?
Why are you there?
Sorry, I just thought a slightly louder voice might get enough.
Does yours talk?
This is weird, and don't answer this question if you don't want to, Patrick. But I don't know why you brought this up, but I did hear you discuss that you had an extraordinary disagreement with your wife about yourself. Do you know what I'm talking about?
By myself, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh.
Listen, do you know this story?
I do not know
Listen
this
with
story.
interest.
One night, as you do, we were talking about stuff, and I just happened to mention, and of course, being circumcised, I said...
They were chatting. They're married. They're married. They're allowed.
And she said, you're not circumcised. I said, what do you mean? You've only known me all my life. I remember my mother telling me. Why? Because it was fashionable at the time. She said, you're not circumcised. I said, that's ridiculous. I should know if I'm circumcised. Of course I am. End of conversation. But the next day, I happened to be seeing my doctor. Are you okay? I was seeing my doctor for my annual physical.
Of course.
So, while he was down there, I said, excuse me, Doc. Oh, by the way, Irv, my wife and I had a little disagreement. I am circumcised, aren't I? Because she says I'm not. And he goes, not. I said, no, it's not possible. So he looked down again and he said, hey, I'm Jewish. I know the difference.
That is a bizarre story.
Too much. I have grandchildren.
You're going to have to change your Facebook status now.
Yes. No more beef stew.
Well, there's more beef stew. I hate to pick on Eddie.
Come on.
Eddie, your kind of... Would it be right to saying your sexual awakening was a two-dimensional sexual awakening?
Oh, God. No, it's true that I was once interviewed and I was asked, like, you know, who were your first crushes, and I did. I loved The Lion King when I was younger, and I had a weird obsession with Nala. Look at her face, she's so sweet. And she can sing really well.
That's wrong. That is so wrong. And is it true you like Maid Marian as well?
Yes, that is true. She's a fox, though.
No, but I have that too.
Oh,
No. But in Eddie's defense, they draw them really sexy.
Well, did you like Robin Hood?
Robin Hood was quite sexy.
We've got Robin Hood. There he is. And And that tunic is worn very low, I notice. Yeah. He's packing. You were a bartender, and I just love the idea. You would be such a good bartender, Mark Ruffalo.
Thank you.
A generous... don't you know he'd do a generous pour? He would always do a generous pour, Mark Ruffalo.
I would do a generous
Big heart. Yeah.
Mostly because people would be like, come on, man. Really?
But no, but didn't you... You had your own cocktail.
I had the margarita. And
really, should have gone with Ruffalo, but no, margarita.
But I ended up having, you know, I'd start early and I'd have my Thursday night crowd.
Yeah.
Partially because, and I'm sorry, Sean McPherson, wherever you are, I gave away a lot of free drinks. It wasn't a great quality in a bartender.
But you were good dealing with drunk customers, which is
I had to deal with a lot of drunk people, yes. And sometimes they were not very nice.
Oh, no.
There'd be nights where I'd be up to my eyeballs in a-holes. I'm
saying nothing.
Should I keep going?
I don't know
what that's supposed to mean.
What?
Wait, what? What did I say?
Nothing.
Is that a spoiler?
No.
Nothing.
Nothing. No. No. So, no, wasn't there a guy who wanted... wasn't there a drunk guy...
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. Wasn't there a drunk guy?
It wasn't that kind of bar.
Wasn't there a drunk guy who wanted sambuca?
Yes, there was.
OK, so tell us about him.
So occasionally, you would get someone who was so obnoxious, and it was the end of the night, and this guy came in, and he's like, all right, and he was wasted, and he was such an a-hole. And he's like, I want a sambuca. I'm like, come on, man. You're doing OK. He's like, give me a sambuca. And...
Did he hit his knee like that?
Was
at the bar?
I thought, yeah. Give me a sambuca. I'm like, OK. So I pour him the sambuca. Light it! I'm not going to light your drink, man. I don't like drinks. OK, you want to light your drink, you light your drink yourself. Light it! OK. I light the drink. He takes it. And it goes all over his face, dripping down his face, blue flames everywhere. And I'm trying not to laugh. And he beats the hell out of himself to get it out. Give me another! Oh. Sure thing. You want me to light it for you? Yes! Same thing all over again. It was one of the greatest nights.
I sort of like him for having another one.
I loved him. He walked out with like a flaming red goatee.
Oh, that brings back a really painful memory.
It was you?
No.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
No, when I was like 12, 13, I was a late bloomer, but I had a premature mustache. Like I had hair there and nowhere else, right? I mean my head, of course. And I was begging my dad, because kids were making fun of me, like, hey, your stash, swimmer, your mustache, you know. And so I was begging my dad, hey, can I please shave? And my dad was like, you're too young to shave, I'm sorry. But I took matters into my own hand, and I borrowed some of my sister's Nair.
Oh, no.
And for those of you who don't know, it's like a chemical hair removal.
We call it Imac, I think. Imac, yeah.
Oh, OK. So I put it on my lip, but I left it on too long. So I had a burn mark.
Just like the guy.
Just like the guy. Only it was, you know, I had to then go to school, and everyone knew I had tried to take my hair off, and they're like, what the? And so all these other names. So I'm sorry to bring up, relive that.
The thing is, there is someone who works on our team, and they are a big Margot Robbie fan. And when I say they're willing to do this, I mean, they're very keen. He's washed his feet, talked them. So is it difficult to do this Timoji thing?
No, it'll be fine.
Yeah? So, Adam, your moment is here. This is happening. Okay, here's Adam. Okay. So, sit down beside Molly there.
Hey.
I don't mean to criticise my own production team, but you could have taken your shoes and socks off first. It would have saved a little time. You knew this moment was coming.
I wanted it to be more real.
Okay, here we go.
You don't have to do this if you don't want to.
No, honestly, I kept saying that. He wants to do this.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, if this goes wrong...
I know. There's something I have to say, and this is legally. Don't try this at home. Really don't.
I'll sit on this side of you. How about that?
Okay, perfect. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Okay, in your own time.
That will... It's not that easy to do.
No.
No.
Okay, here we go.
I actually haven't done one for a while. I'm probably more nervous than you are, to be honest. Sorry, that's not comforting. I'm not going to say that.
That wasn't very professional.
I just thought of that.
I'm so scared.
I was going to say my hands are shaking, but you don't want to hear that. Okay. Sorry.
Does it hurt? It's a little funny.
Yeah. Don't worry about your finest work. You do seem happy in your work.
I like
give you
doing
that.
it. I really do. I'm not particularly good, but I like doing it. I'm good at these. I'm good at
Good poker face, Adam. Very good.
Sorry, is that all right?
Just good,
okay,
yeah.
Okay. I can neaten it up like when we're off, like backstage or something.
Great, yeah. Show it into that camera there. Agree? There it is. That's not bad.
I think that's what the teeth
Who has
falling
fear
out.
of money?
Brenner's maybe not afraid
maybe
of
I'm just
anything.
afraid of my teeth fucking falling out.
Sorry. Now, Josh, what have your fear? What are you afraid of?
Well, I was going to go with flying, but I think I'll go with...
Girls over 12?
I feel terrible. I don't know what came over me.
I'm not going to lie to you. The last minute of my life, I wouldn't have predicted that. How was it? Mark Ruffalo? You're not going to believe what he said to me. He was bang on the money. He's a very perceptive man.
It was the Dora poem.
Don't try and justify it. Do you know what? I've always hated the Hulk. He's shit.
Don't make him angry.
Yeah, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry, Ruffalo. That's
My son said that to me the other day when he was mad at me.
What, that you wouldn't like him with?
I always hated the Hulk. I think he's shit.
And you just told him that he was afraid of girls over 12.
For him, that would be okay. He's a child.
Age sucks, and you gotta face it.
But it's interesting because America is really so youth obsessed. I mean, how? And in the film, you show, you know, kind of that it is hard for a woman of your age to get the jobs.
It's beyond difficult. The only jobs really left now for women, unless they get friendly with people to do films, but the only jobs left are really commercials. I just thank God I made my yearly nut this year on a product called Girly, which is for dry vagina. And it's, is it here yet? Well, anyone knows the heartbreak of dry vagina. I was perfect for it. Camels follow me home. 3 Jewish men are trying to rent my uterus instead of going to Miami. But thank God for these commercials. There's one called Zestra. Has that come here yet? It's like women's Viagra. Has that happened here yet? It's women's Viagra. And they had this big discussion with me. Should they make it in pill form? This is honest to God truth. It was in the newspapers. Pill form or cream, because they didn't know which would do better, and they finally decided, these idiots, will do it in cream, because if it's in pill form in a bar, a man can drop it in a woman's drink and she won't know it. But if you're in a bar and a guy goes, "So where you from?"
You don't sleep-eat.
Sleep-eat?
You don't sleep-eat?
Probably not, no.
No, but you do sleepwalk.
Listen, that I'm aware of, I've sleptwalked once in my life. I was about 11 or 12. And I woke up.
Come on, Jamie, come on.
I woke up. I've told some shockers on this show before. I woke up and my dad was at the end of my bed. And he said, "Morning, Jamie." I said, "Hi, Dad. Morning." He said, "You have anything to tell me?" I said, "Not really. Slept well." He said, "Do you think you sleptwalked last night?" I said, "Not usually do that sort of thing." He said, "Well, someone's done a poo in the bath." As it turns out, by sort of process of elimination, with my sisters working his way down the hole, and there's, you know, it was me.